Somebody much wiser than me said, it doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you do get there. Run that intro. Okay, first of all, yes, this all started on Reddit. We're not talking about 150,000 Twitch streams, but we are going in that direction. So stick around until the end. In this video, I'm going to show you how I went about this, who inspired me, and how you guys can manipulate this formula to benefit you. As I understand it, social media platforms on the internet are like a huge filtration system, and you need to be using each of them uniquely to reap the benefits and to gain maximum traffic. So why am I telling you all this? Well, this is how my journey started and what led me to Reddit. Reddit as a platform is an amazing place with an amazing community, for the most part, but it's not without its flaws. And for us creators and innovators, that's a really exciting discovery to make. When doing my research whether I wanted to quit my job full time and get into all this streaming stuff, I came across Pan, or r/pan. Somebody in the comments let me know how I'm supposed to pronounce that. And there's going to be a lot of technical language that I probably fumble my way through as well, so feel free to correct me as much as you want. This particular subreddit is a community of people just streaming everyday things from their phone, doing whatever. It's really interactive and everybody seems genuinely super nice. As I was scrolling through, I noticed there was this other sub called Reddit Sessions and there was loads of musicians on there. This is where I found that there was room for improvement. Nobody's doing anything wrong. There's actually loads of great content here. But do you not think it could be better? Like what are we, dude, like what are we looking at here? I'm actually a huge fan of this guy. This is actually super cool. But again, audio quality. Okay.
But Will, the reason we love our Pan is because it's not glossy and it's run by people with real jobs.
I'm not even going to argue. I think it's great that it has this DIY feel to it. But wouldn't it be amazing if it was run by the same people, but the production value was just a little bit higher? Surely more people would be engaged. So if I was going to improve upon it, I would narrow it down to 3 things. Firstly, the audio. A lot of people are streaming just via their phones, which is perfectly fine. I actually use the iPhone XR to do all of my streaming and my videoing, but I use an external microphone source just so I have better audio clarity and there's not as much background noise. Let's talk about visual engagement. A lot of these streams are really cool, and the musicians are of a high standard. But what are we looking at, and what's keeping us there for more than a few seconds? Now this third part kind of goes back to part number 2. What we should do if we're trying to improve upon something is look at our competitors and things that inspire us and see if we can make slight changes to better this content. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here, but we are just trying to create an alternative to something that people already enjoy. So this is my first stream, and I took to Reddit with just my phone with that second point in mind, visual engagement. And it did okay. I was obviously on the right tracks, but again, I didn't include points 1 and points 3. This is what I did with the second stream. This is the kind of tutorial part of the video, so you might want to grab a pen. Whilst I'm on the subject, guys, if you're enjoying this video, please do like and subscribe as it helps me out and I really want to see this community grow. I've touched upon my live setup before. It looks something like this, but we're not going to cover it in this video. If you want to know how I go about creating my live performances, do comment below and I'll put it in a future video. So aside from my DAW, I realized that I'd need probably 3 things: OBS, Snooki, and a multi-output device called Black Hole. I'm not going to go into too much detail of how I set these things up, but I will leave information in the description below of the videos I watched that I benefited from. So I knew from the get-go that I would want to use OBS. So I created this little template in OBS, and Alpha Gaming's channel actually has an amazing video on how you can set up OBS for your first stream. What I wanted to do is create a video playback screen, info running across the middle or the top with my different handles on it for Twitch, for Instagram, YouTube, etc. And then my camera. The first problem that I ran into was lack of audio from one program or another. I knew that I needed a tool that would be able to route multiple input recordings from different devices and route that into one device. This is where Black Hole came in. As you can see, Black Hole is listening to my different devices, whether it be what's coming out my speakers, my external microphone, the internet, or desktop audio, and routing it into this multi-output device. As soon as this was working with OBS, I had that one final problem. OBS doesn't stream to Reddit. So a little Google search led me to this thread. And user SpikeyDoo, I hope that I've pronounced that right, had created this Python code, which I didn't understand either. that allows you to bypass OBS going through your terminal on your Mac and stream to Reddit. And then user IonlyPlayer's Drift improved upon this. There's actually another improvement, Snooki 3, but for the purposes of this video, I'm just using Snooki 2. It works perfectly fine. These guys have an amazing Discord, and I'll leave links to that below. There's a great community there sharing what they're streaming. Let's learn something. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this GitHub link and scroll down, and the main part that I'm gonna focus on is this highlighted section here on using Snooki 2. Now, of course, there is a Windows method to this, but I'm focusing on Mac because I'm on Mac. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to copy and paste this Python link here, and I'm going to open up my terminal. To do that, go to Utilities and then Terminal. In here, as you can see, I've done before, we paste that and hit enter. And then if you focus on the bottom here, it says Snooki Stream, subreddit and title. So I'm going to type in Snooki Stream. The subreddit is Reddit Sessions, and my title, which I'm going to put in quotes, is the Lo-Fi live stream with the Will button. And then I hit enter. It says, do I want to link my Discord? And on this occasion, no. Opens up a new window in which I can scroll down and hit allow. And what I'm looking for is the part of the URL that is between token equals, so this number here, and token here. And I copy and paste that part. Back over to my terminal window and hit paste. It says the subreddit you just typed in couldn't be found in this scripts database. Type yes to move on with the Reddit sessions. So I'm going to type yes because I know that's the right one. It says going to start up, and this window will close in an hour. Perfect. I can go ahead and close this now, and I can close this window as well. What I'm going to do inside OBS, I'm just going to switch views to my live stream profile. And you guys won't be able to see this now that I'm in a different profile view in OBS, but I'm going to hit start streaming and bring up the volume of this remix I have now that we're live on Reddit. Now the aspect ratio looks a bit funky here, but if we go over to the Reddit stream, you can see that we're actually in 16:9 resolution, which is perfect for mobile or desktop streaming. So once I became familiar with these programs and I started streaming more regularly on Reddit, that's where I found another opportunity, and you guys should take advantage of this as well. People were staying longer in the stream, and people were asking me how I did it, hence this video. Apart from making some new friends and having a lot of fun, there's no real benefit for me streaming multiple hours on Reddit. So we go back to point number 3 again, looking at your competition and taking inspiration from other professionals. I was looking at podcasters who set up Patreons, and they first stream on their Patreon for maybe half an hour, and you're allowed to see into a world of behind the scenes and more laid back content. But after that 30-minute timer is up, you can move to the podcast like everybody else. Hence my final idea. I would stream to Reddit for 30 minutes with an alert that said I was moving to Twitch after then. You could be on Twitch or you could be on Reddit for free, but the content on Twitch was far better and higher quality. It was a no-brainer for most people to hit that link. It goes without saying that Twitch is the better platform to stream on, with a community that's more like-minded and a chance to actually have a conversation. On Reddit, it seemed very one way. I wasn't speaking and I wasn't communicating with the audience. On Twitch, I get to hang out, answer questions, change the evolution of the stream, and generally have a more genuine experience, but also, and most importantly, build meaningful relationships. So you've got an idea of how I was quickly boosting the numbers of who I was streaming to on Reddit, and how I'm using RPAN as a funnel system to my other streaming platforms. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, everything I've mentioned and the gear I use is in the description below. Please do drop me a message and let me know how you found your streaming experience, and I'll see you guys next time.